That's a dead end.
Ledger isn't in there?
Dead end.
Steps behind.
Coming. I'm watching over here on the right.
I don't know where you're at.
I'm right here.
Do you have a pistol out right now?
Nope.
Okay, two by me in the canteen. Down.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I'm over
That's-
here.
Wait, what? Are you in the canteen right now?
No. I'm coming up right now. Yeah. I'm on your left.
Oh my god, above. This guy thought I was his teammate. Loot, kill, escape. A simple enough instruction set. For a while these words described the gameplay of Escape from Tarkov only, but no longer. Now the genre of looter shooters includes Marauders by Small Impact and Team 17. Instead of gallivanting around a semi-destroyed Russian economic zone, you can now gun down strangers in a wacky Nazis in space post-apocalyptic version of the 90s, complete with U-boat-shaped spacecraft and strange French submachine guns. If you've played Tarkov, then you'll be right at home and, like a drug addict in a public electrical relay, back to risking your life for 80 cents in copper wire. Wow. If you're new to the whole concept, here's the idea behind a robbery rat-a-tat style game. You have a pool of resources and gear. From this pool, you equip yourself and foray into battle against other enterprising armed robbery experts. You take both the lives and the material wealth of those who oppose you, along with grabbing up everything else that's not nailed down. If you live, your ill-gotten gains go back into the resource pool to be used later, and if not, you lose everything you brought with you. Thereby, a standard FPS experience is impregnated with the constant tension of gambling your meager resources on the chance to come away with powerful weapons, armor, and other riches. I'm already so winded from sprinting. Have a nice biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it was already popping off in here when I came through, so.
Well, we just want to get to the middle.
Indeed we do. Whichever way that is. Left. One more?
Another one. I'm hurt. I'm super hurt.
Got him. 3 down.
I'm
Covering.
rolling. Oh my god. I bought the wrong ammo.
Holy fuck, eh? Punishing realism is a constant companion for this genre. Stamina bars, friendly fire, and realistic noise modeling abound. Needless to say, it's not going to be enjoyed by the casual gamer, as slow, meticulous gameplay and a good shot are the only thing keeping you from getting bopped immediately. And even then, you may still get bopped immediately. Why bother to engage in this endless loop of materialistic bloodshed, I hear you pondering? Well, it's a chance to test your wits and grit against others in a wager with more than just your pride on the line. It is of course possible to find that you're neither as clever nor as wealthy as your opponents many times in a row and descend into abject poverty. Fear not, every encounter begins with a conciliatory goodie shelf comprising of a pistol, ammo, and terrible chest rig. Empires have been built with less, and it's often the case that with little to lose, there's much to be gained. So it's just a Tarkov clone then? No, not really. I may cover the issues I have with Tarkov that Marauders addresses in another video, but the main takeaway is that it's a Tarkov light. None of the systems are as complicated, and the penalties for dying are not nearly so prohibitive. Other than the loss of your gear, there's no lasting effects from dying, and you can embark once again as soon as you've festooned your bare pressure suit. In the gear tab, you'll find the resource pool I spoke of earlier. All of your worldly possessions can be found here: industrial machinery, scraps of cloth, tins of space biscuits. Pop on your helmet, body armor, bag, weapon, ammo, and healing items, and you're ready for a night on the town. If you're short any of this critical infrastructure, you can craft it yourself from your guff and bobbins, or pop over to the trading tab to purchase it from whichever faction vendor is currently kicking around. As the Second World War has gone nuclear and destroyed the Earth, thereby driving the conflict into the stars some 50 years later on, the factions represent semi-fictional versions of the undisputed global powers during World War II. You've got I Can't Believe It's Not the Americans, Hugo Boss designed our spacesuits totally not Germans, and of course the British? What the hell? Are these lads from the UK? They are. Okay, well that explains it. And also the pirate faction. Maybe they're the Soviets. Anyway, with Boodle and Blaster firmly in your rubber-wrapped grip, you set off in search of intergalactic plunder. Skillfully pilot your complete jalopy of a spacecraft through flak turrets and mines to get into the raid. I'm selling it a bit here. Normally you can just rock up at this spot, but if you don't, you have an opportunity to trim the field of competition in ship-based combat. Destroy the enemy that their worthless carcasses be consumed by the inevitable implosion of their own space jalopies. But beware, they may clamber into their escape pods and board your vessel in search of both vengeance and a new ride. You yourself can breach other player vessels, or even the military cruisers or civilian cargo ships which may appear outside the target space station. Lucrative alternatives, to be sure. Another player just breached. A couple of biscuits here. Let's go. Once boarded or once landed, seize up your arms and hurry to the airlock. Make note of your departure gate and foray into the bowels of space prison, dingy asteroid garden, orbital bombardment platform / tank factory, along with a wide variety of other pseudo-1950s space punk environs. Gun down disgruntled miners, escaped convicts, and British Army personnel. Spring ambushes from hidden positions, lighting your dank surroundings with a luminous burst of muzzle flashes. Solve your wounds with medicines or tins of mystery meat. Kill the enemy and take what's theirs for your own, or, more likely, get slain yourself, the fate of your possessions now beyond your mortal knowledge. If all goes well, you can scurry back to your ship like a goblin in the night and risk the final run to the questionably shaped exit, or Spanus as I like to call it. And that's it. The Marauders' life cycle is now complete. What now? Normally you'd think that with your massive gains you should simply sell off whatever duplicates and valuables you may have and buy yourself the latest and most Gucci gear, but you'd be mistaken. There's currently no player marketplace, and even after improving your reputation with the faction merchants, their offerings are very basic. It's my hope that this choice was intentional on the part of Small Impact, and I'll explain why. The scrappy, clumsy, early to mid-game poverty fights are what really make looter shooters interesting, not the late-game content. When it's possible to purchase the best weapons and equipment, the experience becomes very much like any other first-person shooter, everyone running around with roughly the same objectively superior loadout. It's constantly needing to figure out how best to win a fight with only what you've been able to cobble together from the last few runs that makes Marauders so much fun. Now, that's not to say that there aren't powerful late-game items and that they give you a significant advantage, but they're rare and they're highly contested, which makes it all the sweeter when you finally get your hands on them. Chasing the chance for you and the lads to act out your Kerberos Panzerkopf fantasy should, in my opinion, be the late game content. Marauders, in its current state, does this very well, and combined with the short turnaround time on runs, makes it captivating and easy to approach. Anyhow, I'm enjoying it a lot and will certainly be following along as development progresses. Hopefully it continues to differentiate itself from Tarkov and more fully fleshes out the space combat and story missions. If you enjoyed this first impression, like and subscribe and all that. Thanks. We'll see you next time.